Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and it's the semi-finals of the Conference League, and we are finally here. Four different teams from four different nations. It could not be more exciting for all those clubs. Fiorentina representing Italy. You have Chelsea from the Premier League, Real Betis from Spain, and then you have your Garden representing Sweden. A big occasion for the Swiss side. You have Betis for the first time in the semi-final as well. Fiorentina, the runners-up for the last two competition, and of course Chelsea, the mighty Chelsea, playing in the semi-finals as well. So let's go ahead and make our predictions and preview the semi-finals. The first game, it is Djurgården versus Chelsea. Djurgården, I mean, it is a massive occasion for the Swiss club. It's the first time ever they are in a European semi-final. I think they are the underdogs. Let's be very honest here. They are, the way coming to the semi-final for them is a massive achievement. And now to play against a club like Chelsea, I think in terms of just imagining them being in a semi-final, it's a big deal, but you cannot take anything away from them. People at first glance, it is looking like everybody's gonna say that Chelsea are gonna go through, but I keep on saying this, that if you are in a European semi-final, irrespective of the competition, it is not going to be an easy ride for the opposing team. And Djurgården being the home side, the fans are gonna be up for it. I mean, the news was that the ticket sales were so high, the response from the fans was so overwhelming. It was, the stadium got sold out so quickly because they are so up for it. And of course, these smaller clubs, smaller leagues, the atmosphere that they bring in European nights, it is going to be really special, and that could be their biggest advantage, biggest arsenal against Chelsea, that they can create such an atmosphere that they can hurt Chelsea in that first leg. Chelsea, on the other hand, I mean, this is the competition that they have to win if they want to, try to qualify for the Champions League. They are currently fighting for the Champions League as well in the league phase as well. But this is like the only trophy that they can win. So they are gonna go, full ground on it. They could become the first English club to win all the three European trophies. So that's a big, big thing for them as well. They're gonna look to complete that trifecta as well. In terms of the teams, Chelsea. They are all at the moment almost a full strength. The form is not that good, but this has been the scene for Chelsea throughout the season. They are inconsistent every single week. You don't know what kind of performance they are gonna give. So that is not really a surprise. But as I said, I think the biggest test for Chelsea is gonna be how they can manage the atmosphere at the Swiss stadium when they see the fans getting riled up and getting ready to welcome them. Of course, in terms of quality, Chelsea have much better players and whatnot. But what matters is what happens on the game day. I expect there are going to be goals in this game. I don't expect Djurgården to sit back and try to defend Chelsea, because they know the first leg is the main thing. Coming to Stamford Bridge, they would want to come to Stamford Bridge and try to have some sort of a lead over Chelsea. So I expect them to try to attack Chelsea. And of course, Maresca is the type of manager who likes to play attacking football. I think it will be quite interesting in the midfield how Chelsea can oppress Djurgården and try to make them mistakes. I think Chelsea are gonna have a quite fun night, if I'm being very honest with you. And as a neutral, if you're watching this game, you can expect a lot of goals in this game, because as I said, Djurgården are gonna try to go ahead and try to attack Chelsea, and Chelsea are gonna take advantage of that. So I'm expecting quite a fun game, but in that, I think Chelsea, with their experience and whatnot, I should go with Chelsea, and I think Chelsea are gonna win it. But just because of that underdog feeling, I'm gonna stick here with our draw. It might not be that Chelsea might win it convincingly, but I am gonna go for the draw, just because for the footballing sense, and being Djurgården being the underdog, I'm going for a 2-2 draw between Djurgården and Chelsea in the first leg. Moving on to the second game, it is a Real Betis versus a Fiorentina. Now again, you have Real Betis for the first time in the European final. The feeling is a semi-final, sorry, the final still a couple of games away for them. But for the first time in the European semi-final, Pellegrini has done an amazing job this season with Betis. At the start of the season, nobody really thought that they could, go ahead and be in the semi-final. Their squad was not that bad. I think he has managed them very well, and the fact that they are fighting to get into the Champions League in La Liga as well, they could very well win the Conference League and qualify for the Champions League through their league position as well. That's how much of a good season Real Betis are having. And as I said, Pellegrini is doing an amazing job. They have really good experienced players who have played in bigger European competition. You have Isco, who has played in the Champions League. Fornals was the part of West Ham's conference winning side as well. So they have those experienced players. Hector Bellerin is there as well, who has played in the Champions League with Arsenal. So they have a lot of international, experienced players who have played in a bigger competition, a much bigger games like this one. So they are going to have that experience playing against a Fiorentina side who have been the runners up for the last 2 years. That is going to hurt Fiorentina. I mean, they are going to think that this is the year that they finally break the curse. To lose the final twice in a row, that is going to hurt for every every single player, every single fan. And I think they want to get the job done. Their form has been not that good, if I'm being very honest with you. They were doing really well at the start of the season and at the end of last year, but since February, March, they have been quite inconsistent. They're still inconsistent. They are still themselves, just like Betis. They are fighting for those European places, for that Champions League place. They could, just like Betis, win the Conference League and finish in the Champions League position in the league phase in their league as well. So both these teams are coming in this game with confidence quite high. Both teams are going to come in this game thinking that we are going to win and we are going to get the job done. I would say Betis are a bit of a favorite because their form is much better as compared to Fiorentina, if I'm being very honest, and they are the home side as well. And if you look at the way that both these teams are playing, I think Betis' style is going to suit Fiorentina's style is going to suit Betis quite a lot. They are really good with counter-attacks, Real Betis, and Fiorentina themselves, it's going to be quite an end-to-end stuff. Fiorentina also like to take the game to their opposition, and that could play very well into Betis' hand. I think it's going to be a very tactical match between both the managers on that touchline. This is going to be could turn out to be tonight's even though the Europa League games are going on, I still think this could turn out to be the best game of the 4 games that are going to be played today because of how close both these sides are. This game could really go anyway. It's a really hard one to predict, if I'm being very honest with you. But I have a soft side for Real Betis. I just like the club and the culture and whatnot. So that is why I'm going to go with them. And they are the home side as well. I don't think there's going to be that much difference. I don't think the tie is going to get decided in this leg. I think the next leg is going to be very important. And in my opinion, I think the second leg also is going to end up equal. I think this game tie is going to be decided on the penalties. But for tonight, I'm going for a very closely contested 2-1 win for Real Betis. That is it. These are my predictions for the Conference League semi-finals. Let me know what you guys think of my predictions. Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers before the season ends, so it's not that many days left. So please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.